Hello matey, you right? Imagine for a second that you are a peasant from Rohan. You're living a normal life with your wife. Oh, I'm sorry, that might be a bit unrealistic. You're living. Anyway, you hear screaming, you run to check it out, and you just see. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, you're not imagining. This is real life, and this is Big Gazza. Look at his chin. And this is Mount and Blade Warband, the only game where medieval combat means watching 20 men wrestle a single ladder for 8 minutes till the gods just give up. Now, it's time to make Tolkien roll in his grave. So, what's the first thing you do when you spawn into medieval times? Obviously, you become a highway robber. It's basic economics, really. After my entrepreneurship, this matey then came up to me and was all like, "And who are you? We need none of your interference." So I dealt with him accordingly. Early game progression is simple. Do quests, which mostly means killing people, or for you more refined folk, murder singularly. Unfortunately, I got 2 rather boring quests that don't require any killing. These were to deliver a message to someone and to scout the enemy town. Time for the scouting mission. How hard can it be? It's just count some soldiers and report back. I am, after all, a tactical genius. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13. Wait, pause. I've run out of numbers. I'll just guess. Yeah, I'll guess. I then travelled to the mate who needed my message, and when I got there, I saw a big tower. Now, being a person of average intelligence, I thought surely the person being the leader of this place would be at the top of the tower. This is so epic. I'm like Frodo climbing Mount Doom, except with more chin and less ring. Any second now, I'll reach the top and deliver this message like the absolute tactical genius I am. Well, there's nobody here. That's awkward. When I got back down the tower, I found him literally next to the tower. Matey, there is a perfectly good tower right here. Why are you standing on the floor like a peasant? Do you not understand how leadership works? Honestly, some people. I then gathered the lads to go watch a game of footy. When I got there, we found some fans of the enemy team. Now I'm all for friendly rivalry, but things escalated quickly. And that is how you deal with away fans. After the battle, I captured some of them who I would definitely not sell into slavery. That would be morally questionable, and I am clearly a man of principle. I also found this wonderful fur coat and this lovely leather cap. As you can see, I am absolutely dripping in medieval swag. The ladies of Dunland won't know what hit them. When I got back to camp, I met the camp chief, who told me to go kill some more people. Well, if you insist, I am rather good at it. The battles went well, if you ignore the fact that almost the entirety of my army is now dead. But hey, look at this cool new leather hat I found. Cool, right? I then had the most genius idea and decided to attack another group of people while still only having 2 people. Because if you ignore a problem long enough, it will go away. Now, all of my men are dead. But I did get this cool shield and some javelins out of it, so was it really that bad? And with that, the quest was complete. So I headed back to camp where I finally managed to replace some of my dead soldiers and hand in the quest, where I only got 144 gold. This weird matey then rode up to me and whispered something about a baggins or a biggins and a share or a share, and I didn't know what he was going on about. And then he was going on about it beckons or something like that. And then he just sods off and leaves. So that was a bit weird. Next quest, deliver a message. Simple, right? Wrong. I walked past the matey about 15 times like some sort of medieval GPS malfunction. I then got another supply delivery quest over in Troll Cave. Now I'm no expert, but places called Troll Cave are usually quite pleasant. Probably just the wind, very screamy wind. When I got to Troll Cave, it was the usual nonsense. Running around for ages trying to find where to deliver these supplies. I eventually did find the matey though. Anyway, let's get home. I'm sure... The chiefs had more work for me. Perfect. First up, some small grey people who needed a good stabbing. But here's where my tactical genius really shone. Why fight people who might fight back when I can just raid a village of defenseless people? Village raids are much more civilized.
Bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
And I got some delicious food out of this as well. Rohan's finest showed up next, but their horses had the navigational skills of a drunk penguin and got stuck on the bodies of my men. Oh, and some slave hunting too, obviously. Next up, Isengard, to find someone. I've sped this clip up 100 times because even I have standards for how boring this should be. Eventually, I gave up and used my advanced tactical knowledge with cheating. Look at that, pure skill.
And I said, that's not a lion, that's a giraffe.
And just like that, we're at war, which means it's time to explain my master plan. The mission is simple. Completely annihilate Rohan. Every village, every settlement, and every last building. Bit extreme, perhaps, but that's what makes it fun. First, I had to meet up with Chief Dagloth the Black, or Big D as I call him. He gives me a big speech about a bunch of stuff, and says that I'll know if I don't help our allies, but I'm sure that will never come up. To celebrate the war, I decided to raid another defenseless village. 10 out of 10 would do it again. That's when I encountered my greatest enemy, competent opponents, and my tactical retreat was unsuccessful. I experienced a minor tactical setback. Fortunately, my lads managed to win without my brilliant leadership somehow. Next brilliant decision, buying a horse called Lame, without realising that this was a description and not the name of the horse. This led on to another stroke of tactical genius by me by deciding to build an all-cavalry army. Fight fire with fire, horses with horses. Spoiler alert, it didn't work. Perfect timing. Isengard was about to siege one of Rohan's towns, and this was too good an opportunity to miss. Step 1. Javelin the defenders off the walls. As you can see, my aim is tactical. Next, I heroically helped with the gate. My contribution was vital, and by vital I mean completely useless, but I was there in spirit. After the gate was knocked down, the fight started quickly. Anyway, got in the castle, killed a bunch of people, almost died, then employed advanced tactical positioning in the corner. But I won, so it worked. And just like that, the first settlement was destroyed. Next mission, kill more people somewhere. Don't know where, I wasn't really paying attention. Then, some horse-obsessed lunatics attacked me. Oh, and I spent another 15 minutes looking for a messenger who was literally right where I started. Classic. A manhunt quest. Time to track down some poor soul and introduce him to my axe. Now in the base game, these targets hide behind houses, like cowards. So naturally, I spent ages checking every corner and bush in existence only to find him standing in the main camp. The game is personally trolling me at this point. I got off my horse and started attacking him, but the coward wasn't even fighting back. Then the slippery git legged it, leading me on the world's most pathetic chase scene around the camp. I'm chasing after him, swinging my weapon at him like a madman, but I literally couldn't kill him no matter what I did. Eventually, he stopped running, so I talked to him, and turns out this Slamic and skeevy git led me straight into an ambush. Clever. So I killed them all. Spotted a couple of my lads getting absolutely battered by the enemy, so naturally I rode in to save the day. What's the worst that could happen? Everything. Literally everything. After my tactical respawn, I employed advanced strategic withdrawal techniques. I'm sure abandoning the other chiefs won't come back to haunt me. Isengard was on the move again, this time targeting West Emnet. Rohan brought out the big guns, with the king himself showing up this time. Finally, some proper opposition. We actually won. Victory is... oh, for God's sakes, what now? Okay, now we've won. Psych, here comes another 73 of them. After the battle, I decided to get out of there. Not out of any concern of human life, mind you, but because fewer soldiers in my army means fewer meat shields between me and the pointy object. Back at camp, I decided to treat myself to a shiny new spear. The lads' wages could wait. I'm sure that they'd understand that my weapon upgrades take priority over their basic survival needs. Another quest popped up. More people needed killing. Well, if you insist. Come to think of it, I haven't actually seen the other two chiefs in ages. Last time I saw them was when I tactically repositioned myself during that battle. Probably just a coincidence. I found myself being chased by 3 different groups of bandits.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
And then I had a brilliant idea. Why not just turn around and fight all of them at once? This went well. Oh, and apparently Isengard failed to take West Emnet without me. Shocking, I know. Clearly my tactical withdrawal was the right call. Did some more entrepreneurial prison acquisitions, took Big Gazza on a walk, look how happy he is. Chief Daglif decided to take us on a lovely little field trip down to Gondor. Didn't bother explaining why, but I'm sure it was tactical. Where we were immediately attacked by the prince. Now, the Knights of Gondor have shiny, state-of-the-art equipment, and we have about £3.50 worth of Freddos and a Tesco's meal deal to go between all of us. So as I'm sure you can imagine, things didn't go well. So now the entirety of the army of Dunland was dead and 3 chiefs were captured. Not me though, I ran away. Brilliant work there, Dagleaf. You've officially lost your big D privileges. Oh, well that's awkward. I guess they're fine then. Back to business. Time to show West Emnet how a real tactical genius handles a siege. Naturally, I started off with my signature javelin technique. Still as effective as ever. Next, the ladder approach. I spotted some enemies at the top, so I let my lads go first, you know, to test the waters. They all died horribly, but at least we learnt something. Then, my shield gave up on life, so I decided discretion was the better part of valor. I managed to flank around and attack from behind. Pure tactical genius. Everyone was amazed by my strategic mastermind. Rightfully so. Now 2 of Rohan's settlements were destroyed. Luckily for us, Isengard had already destroyed Oldberg and East Emnet, so only 3 settlements remained. Then it was time to siege Edoras. This time I had a proper strategy, straight to the ladders. I'd learnt my lesson about the whole throwing things approach. We fought our way onto the walls and quickly overran the enemy. Textbook siege warfare really. Killed some archers, employed some tactical wall-based positioning, then some more tactical wall-based positioning. I took a moment to admire my tactical magnificence, and then I found this glitch where looking up puts you underwater.
Hello, how are you? I am under the water. Please help me. Here too much raining.
Look at this lovely stream, and generally continue to bring joy and prosperity to this town, until I experienced a minor tactical setback and died. But the lads pulled through without my brilliant leadership. Again, somehow. So with that, the main capital of Rohan had been destroyed, and there were only 2 settlements left. During the attempt to siege another settlement, Chief Daglif got attacked by King Theoden, so naturally I heroically charged in to save the day. Take two. Okay, maybe we should just call it a day. Time to sort out the lads and prepare for the final push. This was it, the moment of truth. Spotted a small Rohan patrol on the way, can't have any witnesses, so I dealt with them. Might be a bit overkill, but with Danann you can never really be too prepared. Or violent. Before the last siege I decided to raise men's spirits a bit. Lads, please. The final siege was underway. I ran forward into the breach where I met the soldiers of Rohan in hand-to-hand combat. Proper medieval carnage. But we managed to outflank them and push through. We then had to push up the gates and kill the enemy, stopping our men from getting in.
This is Sparta!
I then ran around to the other side to engage the enemy there as well. They were quickly overwhelmed and we pushed towards the gate. I saw an archer on the battlements so I killed him, and then my own AI had the brilliant idea of trapping me on the battlements like an absolute muppet. When we made it to the wooden gate we started hitting it down, and when we finally knocked it down I was greeted with approximately half of Middle-earth's population and died immediately. Fortunately the other chiefs managed to win, again without my tactical genius. Somehow. And that was it. Rohan was destroyed, I'd achieved my goal, and it was time for a peaceful victory stroll to reflect on my achievements.